shows that you've done, especially recently, what's the one cosplay outfit that someone's come up to you and get a picture with you that you wouldn't expect someone to dress up as one of your characters?
Swamp Thing. Actually, I had a couple of people in Swamp Thing costumes. Well, they just go with the convention. By the last day, people just tend to start to look and smell. But no, I had several people come up in full-fledged Swamp Thing outfits, and that impressed them a lot.
Right, Gerry?
Actually, not that many. I mean, what I'm mostly struck by is the number of women who apparently want to dress up as Power, which I'm always happy to see. But yeah, actually, I saw one this weekend. So
Well, that's tomorrow.
tomorrow. Yeah. So putting that out there. People have to sign.
Well, I'm used to seeing a lot of black cats, which is great.
Is there one on lunch?
Yeah, there's one running around here. I see them all the time, and the costumes are usually pretty good. I see a lot of ravens on the younger girls, which is great. I see a lot of nightmares. The one that I was surprised to see, because I've only seen it once, is Cyborg. And they really built all the armor, and it looks incredible. That is not a simple one to do. That's like building a transformer. So I was really pleased to see Cyborg. Most of the costumes are fairly simple, but that one was so good. Almost nobody comes as the comic book Starfire for obvious reasons. But I've seen a lot of young girls come as the animated Starfire, which is usually pretty cute, especially if they're
And speaking of...
the first cartoons. Not Teen Titans Go, because nobody has a head like that.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah, so do I, yeah.
So how is it now that with like Teen Titans Go? Because like my daughter, she loves the show. She knows all these characters from the show and the previous one. So now we have different versions. So is it easy to keep track of like the different ones where this is for the younger age and you got the medium crowd and you got like the hardcore version?
Yeah, I mean it's since the cartoon shows are separate. My view is that when a movie or a show or a TV episode is done using one of my characters, it's the character in name and hopefully it's close to the character. But I think it's always a matter of what the character is for that particular show. Whereas the comic book is my version of it as the way I originally intended it. So there's no confusion. Teen Titans, the cartoon show that was on a couple of years ago, was incredibly close to the Titans, but it was done for a much younger audience. But every character was within a character, just younger. The current show is really for even younger kids. 3 to 6 or even pre-birth or something. But my stuff stays the same. Yeah,
They do kind of feel.
Yeah, they're not really feel.
Now, once you walk away from character, and we can go back up to Len, like when you stop, do you ever keep tabs, or is it just like, I'm not writing this character anymore, I'm not going to look back, or you just kind of like, I wonder what Nightcrawler's doing these days, or why did they kill Nightcrawler, and then they brought him back.
It's a combination. At the heart of myself, I'm still a comic book fan. So I tend to read books I like and as a fan. If it happens to be books I created or characters I created, and I'm being with other people, and I'm enjoying what they're doing, I stick with them. Now, when they go so far as skew, as a fan, I don't enjoy it anymore. I stop reading them. There are 165,217 different X-Men books. I could read them or have a life. I'm really kind of doing it. So I read occasional issues of things, and other whole series that I continue with. I'm currently reading Swamp Thing again. I have dropped that for a while. I don't read most of the Expo, just haven't got that much life left. So.
That's hard to keep up with.
Yes.
What about you, Gerry?
Well, for the most part, when I leave a book, book, it stops being published. So at least that was my. Apparently, that was the case with Spider-Man. When I left that book, Peter Parker apparently died, and well, it was taken over by Ben Reilly, and Reilly began to look for 10 years. I know. I have to admit, that was a very sophistic moment for me when I heard that the Clone Saga was like, the concept was that, oh yes, the previous 10 years hadn't happened. I thought, yes, I left the book and it ended. How perfect for me, you know. But seriously, I tend to just stop looking at the material if I'm not doing it, because I don't want to get upset or, you know, start second guessing somebody's work, you know. It's kind of silly. When they brought back Firestorm recently and took it in a direction I wouldn't have taken it in, I was like, do I want to read this and sort of like find myself second guessing the writer at every given moment, or do I want to, you know, just remember it the way I liked it and, you know, just keep my own notes.
I think because I was on Titans for 16 years, all the people who followed me wanted my opinion. But even before then, to be honest, once I give up a book that I helped create in some fashion or another, I give it up. Part of the reason is I don't want to be asked my opinion. I didn't ask the opinion of the previous writers on Titans, Bob Haney or anybody else, and I'm sure Bob would have given them, about what to do with the characters. It's my feeling that I do what I think is best, and the next set of writers do what they. So I never look at my characters again. Now, of course, the fans email me whether this stuff is good or bad. The hate mail, can you take this character back or whatever, and they'll say all these reasons why, but I've never seen the books. Also, everybody working on them, I shouldn't say everybody I've met working on them has become a friend in some fashion. They're doing exactly what I did. They're trying to write the book the best that they can. And if you don't own the characters, you really can't say, I had the freedom to do this, but you don't. You have to let them either make it better or screw it up. In which case somebody will replace them and hopefully make it better or screw it up. I have the same opportunity to screw things up as well. So yeah, I just don't look at it as safe or around.
I think instructive for all of us is that when Stan gave up Spider-Man, I asked him like a year or so later, you know, what do you think? He said, well, I haven't been reading it because, you know, I figured once I left it, you know, it was your book.
Yeah.
And that's thank you. Okay. So, if Stan can do that, I can do that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, this might be a hard question. I'm sure you guys have had it before, so we'll start with Len. What is one character or a couple characters that you created that is still one of your favorite characters that you're really proud of that you brought this character out to the world?
The same as anyone would expect, actually. Swamp Thing and Wolverine. Just, they work, you know, it's an odd question. I mean, very few of us, you know, it's like, damn, that character was successful despite all my efforts when I created a thing about there. You sort of have to work with that. I'm thrilled that all these things have done so well.
Well, Punisher, obviously, and Firestorm, although I would have liked to see a version that I did, you know, we come back at some point. I like those. Power Girl, I'm always impressed by the fact that she has still around.
Two characters came to me in literally 1 second. That is, no plans to create the characters and no plans to do anything. And within 1 second, I knew everything about the character, including what they wore. And that was both Deathstroke and Blade. I have no idea why. I wish I could replicate that all the time. But those are even in seconds. So naturally there too, that I think they came because they fully worked out in every way possible. Most of the new Teen Titans characters, some of the villain characters like Bullseye and Black Hat, all of those. There's so many. It's hard to put them down because they all serve different purposes, and I think our happiness comes from when we try to do something and actually succeed at what we're trying, as opposed to whether you guys like it or not. It's what we as writers are creating the puzzle that we solve. And do we create the puzzle that we solve? We can create a character that everybody loves that just never satisfies us because it's not doing what we want. So, yeah.
All right, here's a question for everyone. When you look at your guys' careers, I mean, like I said, I could sit here for the entire 45 minutes and list all the characters you create. But why do you think it is that we don't see that many new characters created these days?
Well, I mean, from even the companies will admit this. There's no incentives for writers and artists to create new characters for major companies. They definitely will create them for independent companies and for creator-owned companies. But just the math on creating a new character for your financial compensation, it just isn't there. When we were doing it, none of this existed. I mean, we're talking about the early 70s. We thought the business was going to collapse, within 5 to 10 years. I mean, right? We were all like, by 1980, we're going to have a whole other career set, But we were just doing this stuff and trying to create stories that we enjoyed and characters that we wanted to see. And there was no idea that there was any possible ramifications for those characters outside of the comic books. And yeah, we kind of knew that Superman was out there, and but the odds of any of this material turning into a large corporate entity, financing millions and billions of dollars, just wasn't there. However, it is there now.
Yes.
And if you are a creator and you have an idea for a character that you think is going to revolutionize a book, you are not going to sell it to Marvel or DC. You're going to take it and create